Spurs fans attack Aftv. Now, this is news to me. Obviously, last night was the Champions League, and I was watching with you guys on my YouTube channel, AC Milan against Liverpool. And I was seeing some comments like someone said something like, DG, did you get attacked by Spurs fans? Aftv, this, that, the other. And I was genuinely baffled because obviously I wasn't at the game, but I live I live about 5 minutes away from what you can see on screen, the Spurs game, Spurs ground, apologies. So naturally, when, Arsenal have given, the game's been played, it's a chart. I've been on AFTV many a time. Shout out Robbie and all the people connected to the club and, connected to the club and also connected to AFTV, whether they're behind the screen, on the screen, been about this season or been about forever. Naturally, it makes sense for me to go like find where they are and go on the channel, innit? Because as I said, it's like 5 or so minutes away. I never saw this. I never saw any sort of grief. I never saw any of this. Everybody was it from Robbie to Yardman to Kalechi to Dan Potts. Big up all of them and everyone. Everybody seemed in good spirits. Like everybody was Cecil. Everybody was calm. Like naturally, there's a bit of argy-bargy and there's a bit of nonsense now. Obviously, the majority of Spurs fans and football fans behave themselves. I'm born in 1995. I'm 29, so I can't tell you about the 70s and stuff like that. But football has come a long way. Unfortunately, there's still individuals. Now, the North London derby's heated. I'm not going to lie. You will not see me in a North London. Any other day when Spurs play, yeah. But a North London derby, you won't see me wear this shirt. You've got to be smart. And naturally, you've got to be wary. Like for me, I'm a nobody on YouTube. Zedless and that. Big up you lot. Not my face ain't that recognizable. But that is something that kind of... I keep that kind of thought. If all it takes is, oh, yeah, he's an Arsenal fan. Because I ain't a tough guy. I don't advocate violence. But I'm not going out like a punk. Like I'm dying on my sword. If you know, in it. Like it is what it is. Unfortunately, football winning and losing, it comes with it. People drink, people do drugs, people get excited. There shouldn't be any physical abuse and whatnot. And the boys can handle themselves. What I would say, if I haven't seen this video, but if there's any stuff going on, these are lucky Robbie's brother Laurie told the tech because yeah, and I don't think anyone would have that. But naturally, there's not enough Arsenal numbers, but. Let's actually see what happened. All right, big up Yardman. And again, grown men shouldn't behave like this. Shouldn't behave like look at this one. Look at this one. You're doing too much. This one, you're doing too much. Because on a normal day, you're not like this. If there's not all these people around like this, you're only acting because you're at Spurs' ground. In the same way, many a football fan would do that. You're acting. If you wasn't with your pals, even your pals are telling you to calm down. If you wasn't with these guys, you wouldn't have that energy. If you was on your J's and there's all these AFTV people, forget AFTV and Spurs fans or Spurs and Arsenal, because the vast majority of fans, yeah, they probably saw Arsenal fans, gave them a bit of stick. The same goes for Arsenal fans doing it to Spurs. Bit of a laugh and a chuckle, and the majority of people behave themselves. You do get people that take it too far. Any other walk of life, I promise you're not built like that. You are not. If that was on the back road and it weren't, in Spurs' manner or where you feel a bit of comfortability, you wouldn't do that. You would not behave yourself. You wouldn't behave yourself like this. Dup, for frightening. You don't really want to get active. You're doing verbal. Big up the boys for keeping composure, bro. Yardman will move to you. And what I would say at this point, like, I'm not with it, but where's the authorities? Now, again, to kind of paint a picture, like, I don't know if you lot can see the screen. I've actually seen the AFTV. In hindsight, it probably was straight after this, like, because if you look and see where my mouse is hovering, like you walk down this road and you're kind of like on a big road. It goes all the way down to Northumberland Park and you can go towards and that's to the right. To the left, obviously, you could go back towards Tottenham High Road, White Hart Lane, or go straight and turn right and you go back towards Edmonton, kind of like to where this flat is. In hindsight, I saw the boys here, really. So I must have just missed this. Doing too much. Doing too much. You lot are doing too much. You're doing too much. Doing too much. As long as nobody's hurt, that's the main thing. And I mean, it's a given when you do the line of work AFTV do with the media, when you're recognizable faces away from Arsenal and Spurs. Credit to obviously people for diffusing the situation. Just calm down, bro. Just calm down. Is that it? So that is what's doing all the rounds on social media. Like, what I would say is I'm thankful that is that, because nobody got harmed. Spurs fans, AFTV, Arsenal fans, no one got hurt. Football is football. Everybody should behave themselves. Everybody, a very underrated thing in life is leaving your house and coming back in one piece with no issues. I'm sure, people got kids, people got obligations, people got family members that care about them. Even that guy that was doing way too much. Nice to see the situation got diffused. Now, I don't know the context of why they're a bit aggy. I assume it's just the basis of, you know, Arsenal have beaten Spurs. Obviously, Robbie and the boys are recognizable faces. Obviously, on top of that, there's obviously cameras and whatnot. So I get the frustration. But as much as I love football, and I understand it, football in itself, the way we all support teams, like we love teams, we follow it our whole lives, we'll die supporting our clubs. Unless you're the Arsenal fans that went and supported City. Football is illogical, but I've never understood how football, maybe it's football, alcohol, drugs, all these things can make you just move mad and do too much and want to physically put hands on someone. And again, from you put hands on someone, there's no telling what their reaction is. So I'm happy that it's that, if anything, really. You know, the main thing is everybody is safe, and that's that, really. It's unfortunate, but this is a given, really. And we got the 3 points, so I'm sure it was all worth it. But yeah, man, I thought I'd make a quick vid. Shout out to Aftv and any Arsenal fans. Shout out to the Spurs fans that behaved themselves as well, because it's all in jest. And I must admit, Tottenham is a different place, like, because Tottenham's around the corner. I live in Edmonton, literally 2 roads away is Tottenham. It's a different, obviously, Tottenham's a multicultural place, all of these things, but it does feel like something's different in the air when the fans, when the Spurs play. It feels like all the fans that, you know, live in Essex and all these places, they all come, and yeah, it is what it is in that regards. But I'm happy that, you know, I'm not happy that we've seen what we've seen. You don't want to see those scenes. I'm just happy nobody's hurt. And like social media and what you lot were saying in the comments to what I'm actually seeing in front of me there, but two very different things. So it seems like a bit of a frenzy. But yeah, shout out everybody, shout out you lot. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And on that note, peace. Like